Everybody at least once while playing Minecraft has tried to mine a spawner. However, it doesn't drop, but you can fix that using this tutorial. So unfortunately, there is no way to be able to simply make it so you can mine a spawner even with Silk Touch. That's a plugin for faction realms, servers, or worlds, or for other kinds of SMPs or anything that has that feature. However, if I stand on top of this spawner right here, if I drop this pickaxe, it will give me the mob spawner. It will drop it on the ground, and then I can pick it up, and it will also give me back the spawner remover. So this is really simple for you to do, and yes, this does just give you a plain mob spawner, but I'll explain how you can pick whichever mob you want to spawn from it later on. So first of all, what you need to do is give yourself a structure block by typing /give @s structure_block. You then need to have an area on the ground, and you want to throw a mob spawner into that area. Don't worry, this isn't permanent, it can be removed later, it's just so you can save it as a structure. Then go into your structure block, and make sure you have only the mob spawner in this structure block, as that's how the item is going to be dropped on the ground and given to the player. So as you can see, this is the mob spawner right here. And then what you can do is you can go ahead and set your coordinates so that it is just a mob spawner, because otherwise, by default, it'll be a lot larger. You just need to make sure you have the box just around the mob spawner, as you can see in the example. And then save the structure with the name spawner with a capital S, and then hit save. And that is all you need to do with the structure block. You can then get rid of this, and you can remove the structure block if you want to as well. But what you will now need is 2 command blocks. The first of which is a repeat command block, and it is set to always active. And this is the command right here. So it's /execute as @e type equals item name equals spawner remover with a capital S and a capital R, and then @s if block tilde -1 tilde, and then mob spawner run /set block tilde -1 air. And then this is the second command block right here. It's chain, it's conditional, and it is also always active. And this is the command execute as @e type equals item name equals spawner remover. Once again, make sure you have the right capitalization and this all spelled correctly and the right symbols. And then @s run /structure load spawner tilde. That's as simple as it is. However, if you are on Java Edition and you're trying to do this, I believe there is no /structure command. So instead, you'll have to make this last bit of the command just /give to give the player a structure instead. But it does work if you have a structure command on Bedrock, and on Java, you can just slightly modify the command or change it to work with Java Edition commands as well. I'm also not sure entirely if the name of the mob spawner is the same on Java. It might have a different block ID, so you might have to tweak the command slightly as well. But this should work on Java Edition as far as I'm aware. So as you can see, this is just a normal pickaxe, not called spawner remover. If I chuck it down, it won't break the spawner. And that's because you need to rename your pickaxe to spawner remover, or you could make it an item with data that's not obtainable in survival, and then make it so people have to buy it from a shop to be able to remove spawners, or somehow use a custom enchantment kind of system like that. But in this case, I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to rename this to spawner remover. So as you can see, this is now called spawner remover, and then if I go back to the mob spawner, I can go ahead, I can chuck this down, and it will give me the mob spawner on the ground. So there you go, that is the mob spawner given to me once again, or loaded as a structure, and then I picked it up. Now, to give yourself the structure, the one problem is that it does not have different mobs in the structures. There's no way to be able to give a structure with a mob, or you could have a structure block that just gives you the structure block and the mob spawn egg, but then you can't customize that to whatever you want. So if you're, say, mining a blaze spawner with this, and then you're getting like a zombie spawn egg, that's not really fair. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to have a different way to be able to get the mob eggs. So as you can see, if I click on this with the skeleton spawn egg, it will start to spawn skeletons. By the way, I'm on peaceful right now, just so mobs haven't been annoying me throughout this tutorial. However, it would spawn mobs, trust me. But if you are doing this and you need to be able to give the player the mob eggs in survival, what you can either do is you can use custom crafting, or you can use my NPC shop tutorial. There's links to both of those videos on the screen right now. And also, you will want to set up a ticking area to make this work anywhere in your Minecraft world. So face into one of your command blocks and stand near it, and then type this command in chat. You may also need to do this again for each of your different dimensions, like the nether, and if you have any spawners in the end for some reason.